How's it going, guys? This is Killer743 back with another different tier video, and today I will be talking about the new 5th outpost that is supposedly going to come out. Note, this is just in Wikipedia, as anybody can go in there on Wikipedia and just change whatever the fuck they want. So that basically they can go in there and say there's gonna be a new freaking, it's gonna be pink clothes and it never become releases. But supposedly this was added by admin himself, so there is that small percentage that this 5th outpost will come out, and that it will be released in a special area called Ground Zero. I don't know much about Ground Zero, but in here it says that the location is it says that the outpost is to be located at or close to Ground Zero of the incident. Difficulty: because this outpost is located at Ground Zero, the difficulty is greater than once at the previous outpost. This includes a greater density in the affected population, as well as a possibility for new types of affected. In other words, like, you know how there's more, you know how the North Sea Zen Zone or whatever Fort Pastor, there's literally like, I forgot how many zombies can go on at once. Well, you can imagine more zombies coming in there and taking up more space of the screen. So basically it will cause you so much lag and, you know, so many problems. But but here comes at the benefits. As a result of the added difficulty in this area, the loot opportunities will be higher. Well, not only a better chance to get rare items, but also newer items. The greater infected population will also be beneficial for experience grinding, as well as provide a greater challenge among players that desire. So yeah, in other words, like, it's good for like us, like, you know, even like, let's just say you have enough skill for skilled people. If you go over there and you know how to fight, you know how to move, you know how to control your, you know, anything you can do, this is basically your thing to do, because you can go out there, loot without any problems, because you've been, you know, looting in the North Sea Zen Zone or South Sea End Zone for such a long time that, you know, you're kind of used to it. And you know, for me, of course, I'll definitely be going there, because, you know, it's fucking awesome. Hopefully me and that exposure go over there and raise some hell. I want to see how many zombies will be up on like on our asses, and let's see who dies first. But I haven't told you guys that obviously I'm doing the black thing, as you can see right here. And you can see that people here are like, as right now it doesn't look that bad, but you see, sooner or later you'll see people die left and right. That is if I talk for fucking 11 minutes, which I possibly will not, but well, possibly will. But let me see. I mean, for you guys who haven't checked this out, link will be in the description below for further information. But I mean, if you like, I wonder how the freaking outpost will look like. That's my fucking question. Like, will it look even more destroyed, since considering it's in Ground Zero? Obviously, the fucking guards will be having more powerful weapons, like maybe Hawk OP96. I even heard some guards will have like Vulcans and shit, which is gonna be fucking amazing. So that means, oh, don't fuck with the guards if you want to get fucked up the ass, you know. But let's see. Alright, so let me give you guys a wiki intro. So here we go. The powerful lights pierced the dark torrent during that stormy night. Nearing the safe haven, towering before me, a small group of infected rushed from my right. However, these were quickly mowed down by an unaltered GAU-19/A, mounted at the top of the entrance walls. Whoa! That's crazy. Anyway, let's continue. Upon a closer look, a man stood behind the unaltered weapon, eyeing me as I safely made my way into the entrance of the fortress towering before me. So that kind of explains to you that it's probably gonna be fucking huge. I don't know, probably small, probably big, but it's probably gonna be real fucking huge. I don't know. Inside the main entrance, I noticed a lack of chaos inside. Boxes of ammunition and supplies were neatly stacked in the corners, and the thick, tall walls made me feel better. Advancing toward the center, I looked up this towering fortress. Behind the fence windows, I could spot some snipers. Looking back down at the center of the space, a gate to the interior of the outpost was now visible with fluorescent green arrows on the floor. As I entered the gate, it led me into a long corridor which was being monitored by 2 cameras, one at each end. And as I reached the other, I came into contact with a small revolving door. Once past the revolving door, I noticed a big screen. There, I could see what was being monitored by the cameras in the corridor I just came from, and to my surprise, the immediate surroundings of this outpost. I saw people gathered close to the screen, looking at the screen while holding their rifles and guns. Resting in this outpost, I was for the moment safe. However, I was also at the front lines against the infected. Outside, the unison moans of the infected had been thunderous, yet inside that mattering sound was unheard. While this was a monetary speech, peace, I gather myself, preparing to go out into the front lines again. So basically, guys, this outpost is very high tech. It's not gonna be like nasty ass dogs, four pastor, freaking no. It'll probably be like, as you read, like the walls are much more bigger and more thicker. So that means like I can't imagine how this thing looks like. And and the inside it has fucking cameras, so that just goes to show you that these guys are living it good. And the fact that they have GAUs mounted on the fucking walls, holy shit, that's crazy. I wish I could just go up there and just steal one. but I mean, the fact that these guys haven't lost their sanity means something, and the fact that their ammo, like there's so much ammo around that is all neatly stacked in the corners, it's crazy. But like I'll be like just saying the description and whatnot of this, because I'll be talking only for a few more minutes. But the description says, because of the immense difficulty due to the infected, it makes sense that if this outpost is not completely surrounded by infected, like Doc, Stockade, Preckin 13, and Fort Pastor, and in that matter, it resembles Nastia's holdout. The gateway of the outpost will have two accessible entrances on the west and east ends. So in other words, it probably will have 2 hours. It probably won't say inner city. It'll probably say like inner city west and inner city, east and all that shit. It'll be fucking awesome. But let's continue. The gateways of the outpost will also have thick walls and impulse space, as well as the random objects obstructing the entrance. One entrance will lead to a clear area, perfect for a team against a boss, while another one will lead to an artificially obstructed road, helpful during an outpost attack. In both entrances, some crates will be located at the middle. Wow, this is looking like different Tier 2D back in the day when you have freaking like boxes in the junkyard and crap. Looks pretty nice. Now guys, the leader is gonna be a freaking blonde, so hopefully this leader doesn't fuck up. Supposedly the leader is gonna be called Lady Cassandra. Alright, that's the leader. So here's a description of her. Female, petite, and a peaceful looking, who has the look of a shy, quiet librarian. Her long wavy blonde hair, which is tied towards the end, it's muzzed up, though still manages to look appealing. She wears a turtleneck sweater along with baggy sweatpants and an open cloak. Awesome, she has a cloak. That's fucking awesome. She also has a large satchel slung over one shoulder while having a V-Lock XD11 at the side of her hip. She is normally surrounded by all functioning computers and laptops, as well as some books. At other times, she will be flanked by two hefty-looking outpost sentries wearing extraordinary helmets, heavy armor, and carrying an exo gunner aid. So, basically, remember this is wiki, so I can't be too sure if the exo gunner aid will come out. I mean, I for one think it will come out. Come on, I mean, it's not gonna be like, oh, new weapon coming out, and then all of a sudden, Anyway, there's additional notes, unusual facts. She dislikes hearing people refer to the old Doctor Who character who has the same name as her, as well as hearing people make jokes about it at her expense. Oh well. Now here comes the guards, the ones that protect the outpost. Okay. Another important feature for the sake of realism is that the NPCs who are going to be guards have an increased level of protection. A suggestion to this idea could be having each NPC's guard the entrance from a post at each side of the entrance. In this way, a guard can shoot down the infected from a high ground. Mounted in their posts, there will be an unaltered GAU-9/A with an extended shield on the front of the weapon. Nice. Now guys, here are going to be 3 examples of missions, alright? So example 1, kill 3 Black Titans and be rewarded cash, $30,000 for non-gold members and $60,000 for gold members. The experience will be $700,000 for non-gold members and at 1.4 mil for gold members. Wow, that's a lot of experience. Makes up for freaking 1 day of grinding. Example 2, find key materials for mass production inside the outpost. Example 3, in missions in which an NPC is involved, depending on their rank, they should carry anywhere from AK-47, Sweeper, Usin 12, Alpha Bull, and Hawk OPS to a Vulcan. An element in these missions should be their focus for teamwork among players. Obviously, see his wiki. This guy spelled among wrong. He spelled it A-M-O-U-N-G, not N-S-A-M-O-N-G. Sorry for being a Nazi, fucking grammar. Not my thing, but just saying. So you guys don't get, I mean, I'm having my hopes high up for this, because if it does get released, I will I wouldn't be surprised if it's all the way at the end of the fucking map, which I know it will. Now the loot around the outpost should be like looting the south end zone or northeast end zone. However, there could be more chances of looting very rare weapons, which require more than 60 proficiency skill. That's nice. Infected. It should be noted that even near the outpost, the density of the infected will be high. Also, because in the future Ground Zero can become a good place to put new infected, some of the infected present in the end zone should not be present at Ground Zero. So basically, the end zone itself will not be fucking changed. So don't worry, all you looters out there. It's not like if we go looting to North East End Zone or South East End Zone, we will not see new infected or whatnot. It will only be in the Ground Zero. Alright? Now the blocks. One of the surrounding blocks should always have a boss. Okay? Bosses. In Ground Zero, the possible bosses encountered should be Flaming Wraith, Flaming Giant Spider, and Black Titan. So that means if we come here, we will only expect 3 fucking bosses. So if a troll says there's a fucking mother, tell him this. Ground Zero. And they'll be like, huh? And just say, Ground Zero one more time. And then they'll be quiet. Because they know they fucked up. Alright, area map. Ground Zero. One of the main points in this possible upgrade is that the outpost will be located close to the epicenter of the outbreak in Fairview. With this in mind, there is no information if the outpost will be placed in the end zone, black zone, or in the actual Ground Zero, white zone. Wow. White zone. The white zone is the name given to Ground Zero as a way to contrast it from the end zone, black zone. Also, there is nothing white about the area due to its super increased danger and ferocity, except maybe the outpost, though this is still a subject of debate among the participating community. The area in the 3D map should be painted white. So yeah! And here goes, guys, the notes. Note 1, at this moment the 5th outpost is an issue which players can vote on. This page serves the purpose to reflect the community's thoughts and suggestions regarding this possibility. And note 2, also, players can take part in adding feedback to the 5th outpost. It is not guaranteed that a 5th outpost will be created, nor that, in the case that it is created, it will follow to any degree in the suggestions posted in this page. So yeah, they're just telling us don't get your hopes too high up. If it does get released, awesome. But in my opinion, this is gonna be awesome, and I hope it gets released. But guys, this is the end of the video, so this is Killer Cypher 3 out. Hope it comes out.